So let's just quickly go over what we saw at this press conference. First of all, are we excited?
Yeah, I mean,
are we hyped?
There are no surprises, but Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein looked fucking awesome.
Yeah,
they looked really good.
I was still waking up there from that very boring first 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But the last 10 minutes were awesome.
Yeah,
well, they kept it super short. It was only a 40-minute press conference.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. How much did they talk about
39.
Skyrim for?
Yeah. Sorry. So let's go over what they talked about and then sort of our reactions to things. So the first thing they talked about, Bethesda Creation Club is coming summer 2017. It allows you to sell your mods for Bethesda games. Do we even care?
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, those modders spend a lot of fucking time doing that stuff.
Oh, there's some people like, hey, I'm
pay them.
Yeah, like I put a horse in it, whatever. But there are people who are like, no, like they do like crazy conversion work. They add like elaborate quests, or they add like really
they'll add like whole campaigns.
And it's cool to see Bethesda so open about the mods too.
Yeah,
like, they're like welcome the community as opposed to like other companies that do not want that stuff. They're like Nintendo important. And stuff like this is cool. That's cool.
It's actually a similar move to, and this is going to sound like it's totally out of nowhere. World of Warcraft, when they introduced the WoW token, it was to dissuade gold farmers and to sort of because you can buy the WoW token with real money and then trade it for gold. It seems like a similar situation here where they really they don't want to tell people they would rather see this chain go through Bethesda rather than like some guy ripping someone else off for buying a mod and then getting nothing out of it. So I think it's probably the best way they could sort of handle that.
Yeah, all the power to him. Cool.
Yeah. All right, next up, Elder Scrolls Legends, the card game.
Yeah. Can we move on?
Can we skip that?
Hold on.
Yeah, let's keep going.
So Elders of Skyrim, the expansion for it, is coming on June 29th. We don't have a release date for the full version either. It's currently in beta. So there we go. We talked about it.
All right, we're done.
I'm psyched for it. I'm actually excited to play that. All right, next up, Skyrim coming to Switch. We got to talk about this because they showed off some amiibo functionality with it and motion controls.
They just caught my interest because this whole time I've been like Skyrim for Switch, really.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
They added motion controls.
Yeah.
And they added, it's hard to tell what, but like they tapped a Link amiibo on there, and then all of a sudden the dude had all Link gear.
Yeah, you had the Master Sword and tunic.
And the shield.
Yep.
The shield.
Is it worth going back to Skyrim? Yeah, but that did look pretty cool.
Honestly, actually, I think in a way, Skyrim is probably the perfect game for that platform.
Yeah.
Because it's an endless game that you always have with you.
And you can play it in like short bursts. Like you can play that game for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and especially because you can save anywhere in that game. And I think that in a lot of ways, yes, it's an old game, but it's a game that makes sense for that platform.
Oh, 100%. And it's gonna be really interesting to see how that does and what that brings forward to the table.
Because I think that's gonna actually be a pretty good seller for the platform.
Could we get a Bethesda only Switch title? Maybe.
Yeah, or even like maybe a Fallout.
Don't fucking say it. Don't say Ryan. Don't say Fallout Shelter.
No. I mean, like, no. Honestly, I think that eventually, if this does well, maybe that this opens the door for when the next Elder Scrolls game comes.
Right.
There will be a Switch version as well as other platforms, which we're not seeing that support, at least as of right now, from other third parties as of right now.
It'd be really hard to see that another Skyrim or Elder Scrolls running though on the Switch.
I mean, if they want to make it work, they could make it work. But I mean, it might be tough. All right, next up, Dishonored 2 got a DLC expansion, Death of the Outsider. It's coming September 15th. The Outsider, of course, is the person in the Dishonored story that basically sort of bestows the powers upon Corvo and other people in the Dishonored lore.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of cool that there's a DLC pack where you're basically hunting him down. You're basically playing his...
I don't know how you're going to do that because he's got way more powers than everyone else. He's basically a god, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's a really cool idea. Again, they didn't show off any gameplay from it. We don't know if there's any different mechanics or anything like that. I'm imagining...
It certainly looks like, because you're playing as a new character that I don't think we've seen before. At least I don't recognize
I think she's in Dishonored 2, but I haven't played enough of Dishonored 2 to be able to say.
She's got like a mechanical arm and a funky eye and...
Yeah.
All kinds of cool shit.
Either way, it looks pretty cool. Like I like the vibe from it. And
yeah.
Dishonored 2 has always been one of those games I want to go back to eventually. Anyways. So, next up, Quake Champions. BJ Blazkowicz is coming to Quake Champions, and he can dual wield.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for Quake Champions. I'm a little disappointed because we didn't get a date for Quake Champions. All we know is that it's still in beta.
Yeah.
But it'll be
here in 2017.
Yeah, Pete Hines did confirm every game, including Quake Champions, will be out this year. So that's exciting news because I do know that there's a lot of people excited, like myself, for Quake Champions. I think it's going to be a fun game. The last two things. First of all, we're going to talk about The Evil Within 2. We knew it was coming. It was announced.
Yeah.
It had this really awesome trailer that cut between sort of CG cutscenes, setting the tone for the game, and then gameplay. Like, it's coming October 13th, so really fucking soon. In fact, I think it's the week before Middle-earth and South Park. The South Park's also
right before Scorpio.
Yeah, it's also right before Scorpio too. So, Drew, what did you think about The Evil Within 2?
When I saw The Evil Within 1, I had no interest in playing it. It was all gray and brown, and it didn't look interesting to me.
Yeah.
This looks fucking cool. This looks really cool.
This looks really cool.
It looks really scary. It looks really atmospheric. It's got like varied environments. It looks really cool.
I'm in the same boat as Drew. I also didn't play the first one, but I'm going to go home and download it now because I'm very curious to see where this goes, because that looked incredibly cool.
Yeah.
That was some serious Kojima vibes in that trailer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Total rip-off vibes. But that was okay. I'm working with that. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was a really well-done trailer.
Yeah.
And the first game didn't exactly have Kojima vibes, but it did feel very much in the same themes as this trailer. And you play as the same character.
It's very Silent Hill-like.
Yeah, exactly. Or Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Just like the older Resident Evil games, which is just exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's coming in October around the same time as Halloween, perfect timing for the game, I think.
Yeah.
And last but not least, the game I think the three of us can pretty much say with certainty that we're most excited about, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
So good.
Yeah,
October 27th.
So cool.
That shot of the KKK and like the American theater and stuff. Holy shit, I'm stoked.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first game was equal parts like bizarre and disturbing and fun and cool, and it seems like they're still going for that. Like, fuck, that universe is so weird and it's so dark in like such a, to me, like an interesting way. Like, horrible shit happens to people all the time, and like poor BJ looks like he's still going through some bad stuff. But he does have that badass power armor from the end of the last Wolfenstein.
Spoilers for the end of Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Yeah, it was a game that came
It's
out
a
like 4 years
3-year-old
ago.
game.
Yeah.
You say this, but people get angry when you spoil like The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
That's fine. I spoil shit, right? I'm a spoiler guy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. It's like Brock McLaughlin, Brockstar, spoiler guy.
Spoiler guy.
Yeah.
That's his official title for the website.
Just catch up.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Why are you missing out on these great games?
Yeah.
Keep telling you to play them and you haven't played them yet. It's your own fault.
Yeah. So honestly, I think we can all pretty much agree that game looks fantastic. It looks just as good as the first game.
Yeah.
It has a lot of Doom vibes as well.
Yep.
A game that I loved last year as well. So I
like,
really think it's gonna be
like
fun.
the shooting looks a little bit faster, but it looks like the game looks a little bit more cinematic, which is what was the great thing about the last one. And and the last one had like a cool mix of like puzzle solving, stealth, action. Like it just had a whole bunch of stuff. It just hit all the right
all the right notes.
Yeah. So yeah, this looks great.
So before we wrap up, just final thoughts. What did we think of the conference again?
Where's Todd?
Yeah, where's Todd at?
Yeah, you guys kept
Where's
saying
Todd?
that.
I really wanted to see Elder Scrolls 6. I know we weren't going to, but I really just wanted like a faintest hint.
Anything.
Just
Even just the title screen.
Just a soupçon of Elder Scrolls. Just a little bit. Like it's going to be set in elsewhere, or it's going to be set in like somewhere that we're not expecting.
Yeah. I think really that announcement's going to come. Like they learned a lot from when they launched Fallout 4, where like they announced it and then like 6 months later it was out. Like I think that we'll hear about that game
next year.
6 months before it comes out.
They did basically the same thing. Like Skyrim it was. I was hoping they were going to go back to what they did for Skyrim, which was a year before they did the cinematic trailer, which is just the one with the voiceover.
That was at the Game Awards the year before, and then it was out that November.
Yeah. So
because they also did. It was funny because during that same Game Awards, they also did the date announcement for Uncharted 3, and they were literally within a week of each other.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what we think about the Bethesda press conference. Of course, you can let us know what you thought of the Bethesda press conference over at game_moose_cast on Twitter. You also find us at game-moose.com. That's where our website is for news and reviews and all that good stuff.